Hello, everyone, and welcome to the electronic scoreboard for APBA Football, a new electronic scoreboard for APBA Football. Um, this one is based around the concept of using the defense strategy cards. Um, so using this scoreboard, you will not have to use the defense strategy cards. It's incorporated into the play calling of this scoreboard. Um, so this is what it looks like when you go into it, and basically you just enter your teams that are playing. Let's go with the Colts. And if you put in certain teams and years, the lineups will actually generate automatically if it's teams that I have already saved in there. So just put in your two teams, hit load lineups, and you'll get a Monday Night Football broadcasting team introduction, which will last just a few seconds. The home team stadium should come up if it's recognized by the team nickname. And you enter in your lineup as such. Drew Hill, there you go. Enter in your you up to 6 receivers and 4 running backs. And then you'll want to enter in your offensive points for each team based on the APBA formula for adding up the starting lineups. By default, it will revert to switch to the other team, hit this arrow. By default, it will default to 40 for the offense defensive points. So for this, let's give the defensive team just 25 points to, let's say just 20 points. So they'll be 20 lower. And the offensive, let's give them 44. You can see that now with the Cowboys on offense, this is the Cowboys with their offensive points of 40 and defensive points of 40. They are 20 ahead on the calculated index. So APBA has defensive strategy cards that you can use, and you roll the dice on them and you get a 11 to 36 roll, and it gives you the index and defense alignment for a run or a pass. Basically, I've used the same general formula to create, let me get this out of the way, an algorithm within the electronic scoreboard. So say for this game, the Cowboys are going to have, they're going to be using the defensive card of 20 because their offense is 20. When the Colts offense is at 44. Okay. So the Cowboys offense is 20 higher than the Colts defense. So they're plus 20. That means the defensive card is going to be a negative 20 that they're playing against. So the Colts defense is a negative 20. So if you look at this, at the negative 20, the Cowboys will have 31 chances for getting an A index per the algorithm, and it would be just like on the defensive strategy cards, and 5 chances of getting a B index. So to show you how that will actually work, if I just generate some plays using the auto play calling, you'll see that Oh, so they'll have 31 chances of having an A index, 5 chances of having a B index. So you'll see that they're never going to get a C down here. So you can see that this brings the defense in more. This is a drastic difference, having 20 points difference. So basically, it allows for the defense to come into play more. You can see they'll be playing the A index for a lot of their plays. Occasionally, there'll be a B come in there. Now, when the Colts are on offense, they're +4. So the defense will be playing the -4 card because they have a 44 offense against a 40 defense. So on a -4 card, you can see that there'll be 15 chances for an A, 12 for a B, and 9 for a C. So these will be pretty spread out. You can see there's a C, an A, a B, an A. And I've also included my optional run, stop, and sack options that I play with. And basically, it brings up, I'm just going through creating plays. You can see that it'll bring all the indexes into play. And there was a sack. I'm clicking too quick. Sack. So basically, if it says run, stop, or sack, you want to see, I hit the question mark basically to bring up this reference chart. It's a possible sack by D2, I think it said. So that's the left tackle. Basically, you look at the left tackle for that team, and I roll 2 die. And if the die are equal to or less than that player's rating, then they get that sack. So that's how I do run stops and sack possibilities. And you can just ignore that if you want and just go by the indexes. So basically, what I'm saying here is I've coded into this autoplay system on this scoreboard to generate an index and a defensive alignment based on the defensive strategy cards using probabilities on the 1 to 36 that are similar to the defensive strategy cards. So every play is using the defensive strategy card. So if I were to put in here some teams that will come up pre-programmed, their lineups and their defensive and offensive points. I just played this game the other day. 85 Bears and the 1999 Bills. Load the lineups. You can see that the 1999 Bills have an offense of 36 points and a defense of 43 points. They're in the C index as the baseline. They're down 13 because of the Bears when being a 49 and their offense is a 36. So the Bears offense, when the Bills offense is on the field, the Bears will be using a 13 defensive strategy card. And with a 13 defensive strategy card, the Bills will only have 1 chance to get index A. They'll have 11 chances to get index B and 24 chances to be in index C. So they'll be in index C most of the time, and they'll have 11 chances to be in index B. And that's because they're down 13. And this is how the cards actually play out, how they total out. And the Bears, they'll be playing against a defense of their baseline is they're down 2 because they have 41 on the offense against the Bills defense of 43. So the Bills defense will be playing the defense 2 card, and that'll be right here. So they'll have the Bears will have 10 chances for an index A, 13 for B, and 13 for C. So it'll be pretty spread out. So in this case, I've got the cards here in front of me. We have an inside run by Jonathan Linton with a roll of 12, and that's a 35. 35 is a penalty row. So I basically use the decider die. And if it's a dot, it's a -10 on the offense. If it's not a dot, it's 5 against defense. So we have a 1st and 20. And Doug Flutie's going back for a medium pass with a 56. And that will bring up a 20. And Jay, the tight end, is a B on the medium, so he's BD. So Doug Flutie's 56 is a 20, and we have a BD, it doesn't change, and so we'd have a possible interception, W65. So you can see that they're going to be struggling playing the Bills, that is, playing against a defense of 13. This is a short pass by Flutie, and on a 64, that's an 11 to Eric Molds, and he's an A. So that will bring the index up to an A, so it's an 11AS, so that would be a 9-yard gain for Molds, and you enter in the reception yards up here. Let's put them into running mode. You can go passing mode, mostly passing, running mode, or a neutral mode. Put them in the running mode. And here's Jonathan Linton, main ball carrier, with a 16. That'll be a 24 with a CG. 24 with a CG is going to be a -2. So you enter his yards here for rushing. -2. And passing yardages are entered in over here. So let's change possession. Say the Bears have the ball on their own 38. And now they're going against, the offense is down 2, so they're going against the defense strategy card 2. So they're going to get a lot of A's, B's, and C's. Let's just pop through a few. B, 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 C, B. Okay. All right, so Dennis McKinnon, short pass. Let's say 25 from Jim McMahon. Let me get the Bears cards in my hands. Jim McMahon with a 25, that's an 8. Looking for Willie Gaunt, and he is an A receiver. He's a B on the short pass, but he'll still stay an A on this one. Takes a C to bring you down 1. So that was an 8, I think I said. Yep, 8AS, and that's a 12-yard pickup for Willie Gaunt. So to wrap it up, basically, I just wanted to share that I created a APBA Football electronic scoreboard that utilizes the defensive strategy card concept to allow us to play with the specific number of point differences between the offense and defense, basically bringing in that difference into the game more, so the offense and defense power is utilized a little more than just the basic fundamental of -7 or 8 between the different base indexes, and just using that column the whole game. Just like the defense strategy cards are created to bring the other column indexes into play, this will do it on every play call. So I'm sorry I struggled to explain it, but that's basically what this scoreboard does. And I can answer questions on the forum, and I'll post a thread with this video and some other information. But that's basically what it does. You can do coach override and call your own plays here, or just hit here and it will call the offense and the defense, just like my other scoreboards, using the time to go, the score of the game as weighted data that is used in determining what defense and offensive play to call, the yards and down, yards to go and the down and such. So anyway, I thought this was pretty cool. I'm going to begin using it right away, along with my run, stop, and sack features as well. All right, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the forums.